You can't have these in a picture.
Nope. Get them out of there.
Free advertising of crap food. Quit buying that crap.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep, we're rolling.
Oh, you missed all that? Too bad. Let's see. We're going to go put some linkers together now. So we got your old one here. We got the 45 motor one over here, and then we got an extra one we worked on. So last night before I went home, I got bored, so I went ahead and put these butterflies in. See, they work nice and free like they're supposed to. This one here is an aftermarket throttle disc. I mean, it was a pain in the ass, but got it working good too. Still sticks it wide open though. So that required a little fine tuning with the appropriate tools.
Right.
Not that hard, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, that one's done. Now we gotta do this one. So this one, the shaft works good right now. So these are the leftover parts over here. So here's the disc right here. They're marked 12. I thought they were 13, or whatever. This has a little bit of wear on the sides here, so I don't know if you can see that or not. So it was dirty anyway. So I'm gonna get you a new one. So we got our bag of new stuff over here. Some of my dad's leftover crap. So here's some genuine Harley ones. Which one do you want?
I like this nice one here.
You like the clean one?
Yeah.
Doesn't have all the corrosion on it. It was probably in the middle of the pile.
Oh, well, that's okay. That thing's got to be 60 or 70
Yeah,
years
these
old.
ones still has a little bit of cosmetic left on these ones. Well, I don't know. They came from World War II, so what year is that?
70 years. 72 years.
Same as the owner, huh? Now, see, this has a 13 on it. I thought they were 13. So I don't know what the hell that 12 is all about. Must be a different angle. Now, these have an angle cut on them. So you got to put them in there correctly. Usually the number goes up. That's where you hold on to it. And you stick them in. Sometimes they go in tight, sometimes not. Look at that white on my hands.
That's from that solvent.
No, that would never do that. That was that paint remover thing.
Yeah, you're right.
That was in the previous safety video we had about paint warming.
Paint warming.
Yes.
And torch explosions.
Yeah, Harbor Freight, custom stuff. Okay, so that goes in there like that, nice and flat. You can see how the disc has some extra room in there. So you want to push it all the way up, because when you put the spring up here, it's going to pull up on it. So you want to make sure it's there. And you put the screws in there. We use a little bit of Loctite for that. Now you do not use sleeve retainer Loctite on your small screws. You use Loctite that's low strength, that's made for small fascias, 2/4 inch.
Okay.
That means under 1/4 inch. Are we putting new ones in here or used ones? We're doing new ones, aren't we?
Oh, you had them out.
You're a big spender.
Yeah.
Now this is purple.
I'm in pretty deep at this
It
point.
comes in with hair and everything. Look at that.
Okay.
There's no extra charge for the hair. So it looks like that when it goes on. I'm going to charge extra for the screw because I spent 4 hours on the manifold.
I know it.
Sidetrack me again.
No, you had plenty of diversion, but...
One of those 25 calls I gave?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. See what happens, you let the phone number on out?
Well, especially we got 3 phones here.
Is that what the problem was? That way I can help 3 people at once. Okay, now you hold this all the way down. Get the screws started. Pull them out a little bit. Push up on that finger, push down with the thumb. And then go ahead and tighten the screws up equally on both sides.
And there's lock washers under those screws, correct?
Yep. And you torque them a little bit to factory spec, which is what?
I don't know.
Tight. It's factory torque on all hardware is tight.
Okay, I like it. Look how nice.
Look at that, it worked. I didn't even have to beat on it. How can I show beating on a carburetor if I don't have to beat on it?
That one's mine. That one's going to.
The only one I had to beat on was this one that took that aftermarket disc
Yeah,
in.
well, there's your.
And that aftermarket throttle.
There's your.
Cap.
There's your sign, like they say. Look at that.
Now you take that and you put up the light up there, and you see how bad it is. So how bad is it?
I don't see any. There's no light through it at all.
Oh, that's a pretty nice one. Man, how'd that work out? That's because I used a 13 and not a 12.
I'm guessing you're right, huh?
Yeah, that's it. That was the whole secret.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that works pretty good. Well, you don't get to see how I beat on him.
Thanks, Mr. Tatro Sr.
But easy, no, he's dead. Now you take the these ones here, and you go tap, tap about that hard. You tap all around this disc in different locations until it works freely. And that's how you got to do it. But for some reason, these two here, two of them I didn't have to do that for. So you got to watch some previous linkert rebuilds I did to find out how to do that. Because we're not going to destroy this one. All right, so now we got to figure out what we're going to do next. I'm thinking maybe we put the spray nozzle in there. Which is this piece here.
And that's what we previously worked on, cutting that air in.
And this piece here and this piece here. Okay, is that how you want it? You want that one? Or that one?
I like that one that didn't have the nick in it, but whatever.
Which nick?
I don't know which one had a nick in it.
Nicky.
Right there. I didn't like that one.
Oh my God. Oh, that is horrible.
Well, if you're giving me a choice, I'm telling you the truth.
Jeez. Yeah, that's the ground side. I
Gotcha.
Ground. That was ground for a different reason, but it works for this too. We're re-swedging the aluminum. Somebody dropped that.
Yep. Before we got here.
Okay, so you're not getting that. He's getting that one then. See, if you're not here to pick out the good parts, you get what you get.
Well, that's right.
But see, that's not the one we screwed up there either. Okay, you drop this in the hole. That hole goes through here, so you gotta do it like this. And we already know it's slipped there easier. Otherwise, if you have to beat that, you gotta put that in before you put the disc in.
It wouldn't last much if you beat that in there, but
So then we take the screwdriver here.
alignment tool.
Alignment tool. That's.
I like the correct terminology.
Yeah.
I got that out of the shop dope book.
There you go. They had that in there.
Yeah, they said use the correct alignment tool.
There's your correct. See the hole sticking through the alignment tool?
Oh yeah.
So that must be the correct alignment tool. Now that only gets it close because you still have to fine tune it. About right there is fine tuning out. Get it dropped right in there. Not quite. So we need a spring like this. Where's your spring at?
I think we.
There it is. That looks like a good one.
Okay.
It's dirty, but it'll work. Okay, now it didn't go through. So now you have to stick your finger in there. Did you hear it pop?
Yep, went in.
Are we racing now?
Not yet, but soon.
Look at that. Ooh, this appears to have a spray nozzle in it now. With the internal air blade in it, too.
Yes.
Because we don't have the hole in the side of the body.
Very nice.
Over there. Okay, now to keep that from falling out, you need a special tool for holding it in. It's easy over here someplace. Now in this carburetor, we're going to put a few new parts in here. Where's your darn nut at?
I saw it in there
Yeah,
yesterday.
there, that must be this one. No. Did you get mixed up with the other guy's nut? Yeah, you did. See, that was your nut. His nut is not. He has original finishes on his parts.
Yeah, that's fine.
See, there's your special holding tool.
I'm not trying to please the judges.
That's right.
I'm going to go give you a run for your money.
We're going to drag race the military bikes up to the drive?
Yeah, be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know of anybody else that's got another one of these except your buddy?
Yeah, but it's in the or in the aerospace.
Yeah, but I mean,
museum.
just that one. That's the only other one, isn't it?
Wayne's got one out in Oklahoma.
How many military bikes produced during the war years?
Not counting parts.
No, well, you know what I mean. Do you have any idea?
About 64,000.
64,000.
Off
Because
the top of my head.
you're the only other guy I know that's got one. That's 2 out of 64,000.
But mine goes faster.
A lot of them went
Yeah,
to
but
Russia.
see, mine's not part of that 64,000 because mine has no VIN number.
Right.
I built it from new parts.
New parts, right. Frame too?
Yep.
Really? No shit. Wow. But that's been some weeks ago.
Well, I got another one put together too, but I haven't put it together yet.
Well, let's get her going.
It's only been 30 years. I'm saving it.
Don't save too long.
Okay, so now we got this held together. So now we need to go and figure out all this other junk. So we need some screws. So here's some locking screws. These are plugs. So we have to figure out where all these go. How many plugs do you have?
Don't know.
How many of these carburetors are yours over here?
Just that one, junky one.
But we got lots of extra plugs over here. So there might be some extra parts over here. Let's see, we're going to need this too. You know what that is, don't you?
That's the throttle arm.
There you go. And where's your springy dingy at? Looks like that. It appears that you are missing your springy dingy. Look at the difference in venturi size that we went from.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at that. Wow.
Here's the same one over here. It doesn't quite go into it, but close.
Nice.
Okay, so you are missing your springy dingy. So we have to go over here.
You know, that's a good question. Maybe it was never in there. Like I said, I've got a short video of this bike running. It actually started and ran.
Just happen to have a few of them right here.
Okay. It started and run long enough for me to get a short video, so I know it runs.
Well, it did run.
It did run. Well, it's gonna be. It'll run now.
Oh. You mean all this is going to make it run better?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, here's from the fun part. We're going to put the throttle lever on here while we've got it sitting here. Now, this is a reproduction one because it looks too good.
Okay.
It's nice and loose already. See how loose that is?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to shim that up so it's not so loose.
Okay, and they give the shims in the kit, though, don't they?
Where's your kit?
There's a kit in there with this piece.
Where is it?
In the colony pile, I believe.
Oh, that's in that pile. Okay. Now, this is not the correct hardware here. It appears to be some kind of an Allen screw of some type.
You think it's stripped? If it's not the right one, I'll bet it's stripped.
I'm thinking that maybe I'm not going to use that.
Okay, I like it.
I have some other stuff over here. See, I have an assortment of miscellaneous things over here that I might need at some point. So it appears that we might have something that would fit in the hole that would be better than that stupid Allen.
Well, the reason they put that in there is because they lost the other one.
They put that in there because they're stupid. It appears that that one might be too long. And see, that one's fine thread and too short. I'm thinking maybe we're getting closer with this one here. This appears to be maybe the correct length after you put the lock washer on there. Now, some of these videos might be long-winded. Is that the kind of thing you were looking for? But you can always fast forward if you get bored. Or you can watch some cat videos and come back. I hear those are popular. It appears that the lock washers seem to be hiding. You don't suppose I got too much crap in this bag, do you?
No, there's a lot in there.
Here, let me find it this way, it might be quicker. It does appear that I have a few of these springs floating around here. There we go. One spring dinghies. Do you mean I'm not to go find lock washers someplace else? I know I had a bag of them. That's terrible. Alright. Well, I'm getting tired of looking for lock washers. I have important stuff to be working on besides looking for lock washers. Especially when I've gone through everything twice. If I go through it 3 times, will I find them?
Chances are slim.
I think somebody stole my lock washer. Alright, cut. We'll come back. Okay, this one here is pretty loose on here. So we have a washer here that's a little bit fatter than what we need, but it kind of goes in there. So we have to do a little filing to make this work. We have the brand new kit here that has the oversized pins in here. So we're going to take this out and we're going to see if the oversized pin will tighten this up, because it has a lot of clearance in this too. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and pull the solder key out. Let's see how bad these new parts are. That is definitely a close fit. Alright, so that's pretty close.
I'm guessing you like the tighter one better than the...
Well, if it's flopping around, it's flopping around. See, it's a 3/16, so it's 2.5 thou oversized. It's a really rough machine surface though, so I'm thinking we do put a little file on the lathe over there, get those surfaces smoothed up, and it'll probably slip right in. Because their machining sucks. See, that goes in that far already.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get to go in all the way without being tight, we're good.
It'd be nice.
And
Yeah.
we'll rattle around. Okay, so let's go over there to lathe and we'll play with that a little bit. See if we can make that work a little better. Get my fine file out. All right. This thing is definitely like tapered, that hole. So we gotta see if we can fix that now. How long that rumors go? Yeah, we do go down to 3/16. So these are Delphine reamers. 87. Definitely not those ones. These are over-under reamers. That's what we're looking for, is over. There, see, it goes in 80% of the way and stops. That hole is taper cut, so that's not very good. That is bad. Okay, so that's a little bit too hard for me to hold on my bare hand. So we have an extension device over here called a drill chuck.
Nice. It didn't need much.
No, it had a burr on the inside edge there, that was it. Now it'll go right on this one. Nope, still didn't quite make it. Because this is tapered. It's almost like the hole is casted in there, not machined. Which is not the way it should have been. Okay, well this reamer is not going to do any more. So that was the biggest reamer we had. That's 1/1000 oversized. So now we're going to look at drills and see if we get some drills that are be close to what we need.
Boy, everything you try to do, huh?
And it appears that we have 189 and 191 available. So this is a half a thou up from the last deal we just did. So we have to have a bunch of different things to use around here. Okay, that didn't make much difference. So now we go to the next one up. The drill truck's falling apart. Time for some more maintenance. See, it's not supposed to unscrew right.
Right.
More junk to deal with. Oh well. Do that later.
I know a guy who can fix it.
But yeah, some stupid shirt that says something on it, like whatever that
People's
says.
First Team 2000. I was looking at that.
There you go. I'm advertising. What year? 2000? I'm just a little late.
Well, if we can get that guy with the T-shirts going, you'd be able to check into the pro shop on the way out and pick up a shirt and a ball cap and stickers and all that good stuff.
Ooh.
Did you see that fella the other day? He would have arm wrestled you for that Barnett clutch sticker. I was joking with him because I knew he would like it, and sure enough, he had his eye right on it. He said, "That's going on my bike."
There you go.
Hey, look at that.
It's
Nice.
looser than I'd like, but the problem is that hole's tapered. We need a 10 over one of those, not a 5 over, because that hole is way out around. Now I bet you if you go measure that hole, it's probably quite a bit bigger. Alright, well that's in there now. So that tightens us up a little bit. At least we got more of a straight hole.
Right, right.
But it's loose. But oh well. Hard to get good parts here. Alright, so let's get back here. Now we have to shim this thing up and make it work. So there you go. That's where we're at for now.
Okay, good deal.
Cut, print, ship it. Okay, I measured the hole and we still got 5 more thousandths of taper in that hole. So yeah, definitely would take a 10 over reamer to do it. So you might as well make one that's about 1/16 over, so you can get up to standard reamer size and get rid of the whole damn problem. Instead of screwing around these little 5 thou increments. Okay, now between the washer we had there and the ones we got here, something ought to work. I kind of like my stainless washer because it's bigger. See, it's the same diameter as that. And that. But it's too big, too thick. These washers are pretty thin. I bet you can't even put 2 of these in there. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Perfect.
A little drop of fine 3N1 oil and you'd be good to go.
It's going to need more than that. Alright, we're going to stuff this thing all the way in there. I'm going to try some brute force.
What do they call a pair of pliers like that?
Duckbill.
Really? I've never seen another pair.
Or flat nose pliers is what they call them. Dad called them duckbill pliers.
And their purpose is what?
For doing stuff like this.
Oh, I've never seen a pair.
Needle nose don't work very well.
No, they don't.
Good. Okay, now that's on there snugly. See, it's
Nice.
not rattling, but it's too tight.
It will wear in though.
It won't even turn to begin with, though. That's the problem.
I'll bet you if you put a little lube on there that would turn.
I bet you if I do a little beating on it, it'll turn too. So what we're going to do is we'll go over here to our beating tools. We have the beating thing. And we have the soft face aluminum punch. And we got our soft jaw vice jaws right here.
Now, what did that actually do? That tap compress the copper washer?
The cotter key.
Oh, okay. Put a little groove. I got
You
you.
moved the cotter key, flattened it all out because it was bending around.
Yeah, I
So
got
it
you.
shoved it all the way up.
Yeah.
Got it up.
Wow.
Let's see how much tight we are now on this. But
Yeah.
But we're still free moving.
Yeah.
Now we still got that taper, 5-style taper in the
Right.
lever, which would be nice if it wasn't there. But
And the copper gives you a little something to wear on, so
So-
this isn't consumable.
right. So before we had a whole bunch of slop. Now we have probably a third of the slop we had
Yeah.
before. So that means the throttle not working very good. You said either. We have to fix. You can get full throttle out because the biggest problem is these things don't get full stroke.
I see. Wow.
So,
Huh.
so that's the same tools we use for straightening the throttle shafts.
Right. I like it. Custom. Come out of the bottom of your
So
toolbox.
there's that. Now when we put this all together, we'll put cable lube up in here, squirt it and lube it.
All right.
Or at least you'll have to. And you put some lube up in there, that'll make it live longer too.
I can see I've got a lot of other little things I want to fine tune here.
Well, we usually start at the back wheel and work our way forward.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but if your motor's not much, then, I mean, you got a great chassis and then you get to the motor. I mean, I thought I could at least
Well,
hear it run.
After you get through the rear tire, the spokes, the tire, the rim, the sprockets, the tranny, the motor, the primary tire, the clutch, then you get to the motor.
I know.
And then you work all the way up to the front, and the front is least important. So.
I'm thinking that if I can at least hear it run.
Now, if you start at the front and work your way back, then it'd be front wheel, front fork, neck
Right,
bearings. Then you hit the damn
Yeah,
motor.
all right.
So you want to get the motor right away or wait? See, that's the
I want
difference.
to. If this bike does nothing but sits there and idles, I'll be happy. I'm gonna enjoy it just for what it is.
It's going to idle a little bit,
Yeah, it's gonna idle nice.
just like that panhead.
Well, he's got a.
Not quite as noisy though.
He was listening to you about those exhaust pipes.
Yeah, that's because they suck. Okay, so we're not using that now. Okay, now we're getting back to what we started on about 10 minutes ago. We're going to move on. Now I did go get a brand new lock washer to go on that brand new screw. That fits in this brand new lever that had a piece of crap Allen in it. So now it has a real correct Philister head screw. See, that's round head, that's Philister head.
Gotcha.
So see, now that works, and it's the correct length screw too. It helps to have the correct holding power. Now this is a conical cut coil spring. Goes on
And that
there.
just takes up the
And this is the throttle lever that goes on here,
right. Wow.
which doesn't fit, obviously. Why would it fit? The conical spring keeps the throttle shaft from rattling,
Gotcha.
because once you open it up from here, where it's tight, you have in-play, see?
I see.
So the spring takes that up, so it doesn't rattle up and down like
Gotcha.
that. Not as
So
bad.
I'm guessing that maybe the spring was missing, and that caused the butterfly to rattle and
Yes,
wear
it
out the
was
throttle
missing.
body.
Okay, there, that went on there tight.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Okay, now you have to adjust this for full throttle. That is not full throttle,
Mm-hmm.
and that is not idle.
Okay.
See, we have the stop right here, so we have to adjust our stop. So full throttle is there. Idle always has an adjustment. So we adjust full throttle. Now if you want to go slow, you can leave it there, but I kind of like going faster. So I go like that.
Straight open. That's as much you can get.
Now, you take your straight edge, you put it on the disc, and you actually see if it is straight or not.
I gotcha.
It's pretty straight.
Yeah.
I guess close. And then you notice I got the springs pretty well collapsed right now.
Yes.
So you go ahead and tighten the screw up now without poking yourself. Very important.
Would that be something you'd want to Loctite?
No. And you make sure that this still turns relatively freely.
And of course you shouldn't have any play.
And with a spring in there's no play. I got the spring completely collapsed.
I see that. Mm-hmm.
And it still works fairly freely. There is some drag because there's a spring involved now.
Right.
But that's light, very light drag.
Oh, that's nice.
So now if you loosen that spring up slightly, it would drop away.
I like it like it is.
So
I like the sound of it.
So then you go ahead. Now if you have this shelf closed like that and tighten the screw up, you can actually maybe twist it and then it will be correct at full throttle.
Right.
So usually I hold the throttle with my finger and I tighten it with this. And that way if you slip, you jam that finger and that one.
Yeah,
and
it
if
goes.
you're really lucky, you'll catch the third one too.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I didn't do that.
Yeah, I see
Now
that.
usually I do that just after I sharpen it.
Well, but you got a quality snap-on screwdriver there too.
So,
Boy, that's nice.
so then you come back and double check to make sure it's still wide open. Straight up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going like this or like that,
Yeah, you're not getting full
it's
throttle.
not there.
Gotcha.
There you go. Now racing bikes, you go in here, you solder this all up and you grind those screws away in half the shaft to get more performance.
So there's no icy. Huh.
Yeah, that's how racers do it.
Wow.
Okay, so that's how you adjust that. Okay, now we have some brand new screws right here that we're going to use because you like new stuff. Oh, now before we do that, we got to go adjust the throttle now here too. Okay, now this is missing something over here. I don't know why. See, we have the spring and the screw, and obviously it's not adjusted, see?
Yes.
But see, there's also supposed to be a screw right here that appears to be missing.
Yes.
And then what that does is that binds up the threads in here, so these threads stay tight also.
I see.
Because originally they didn't have a spring in here.
I see.
They just had drag on the screw.
I see.
So that stuff is not correct.
That's before all the advent of Loctite and all that stuff anyways,
Right.
though.
Well, like I said, now they got this spring in here that's not supposed to be in here. You can see how it binds up.
Right.
But we are starting to work it now, but we're right at the very limit of that spring. See how much that's...
Yeah, it's almost compressed.
Right, well, let's say it's not supposed to be there.
And
like
if the spring was gone, that would give you the idle.
Yeah, that binds up pretty heavy, too.
Yeah, I see.
So.
Do we have that other screw?
Maybe. I had some screws over here. In the bag.
There you go again.
But no lock washer, because the lock washer bag is missing from yesterday.
Where would that go? Where would that have
I'm
gone?
thinking you took it home with you.
Well, I don't think so, but unless it's stuck on me or something. But if you remember seeing it, I don't know where it is now.
Well, I had lock washers, I had screws and locks on them.
I honestly, I never touched anything.
It's somewhere. It'll turn up. It just won't turn up right this minute, that's all. Okay, now that should be a little small little Philister head screw, I think. That's what they use, stock. It's probably like that little one right here.
Okay.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not it, 'cause it's too big. So it's the right length, but the wrong size. So maybe we move over to one of these other smaller ones. That looks like a throttle shaft one. And if that doesn't work, we'll look in the other bag. There's a little small one here. That appears to be the one. Okay, so now before we tighten that up, we'll go ahead and unscrew this one. Take this stupid spring out of here. Just binds up everything.
And it's too big anyways.
Yeah, we don't have enough room. So, ditch that.
So there again, when adjusting the idle, you back off the pinch screw, adjust it.
No.
Oh no, you just use the drag on it, huh?
Yes, you use the drag.
Now that throttle
See-
arm,
see
is
now?
that pot metal or steel or what would that be?
It's cast bronze.
This
Same.
piece though.
Same as the carburetor, cast bronze.
Oh, it is, okay, but plated.
Okay, so now right now we have a slight amount of drag, but not much.
Okay.
So then you take your screw over here and you lightly tighten it. And you start playing with that until it gets tight. And if it works correctly, it'll get tighter at some point. Starting to get a little tightness to it. Keep playing a little bit at a time.
I see.
So you gotta find a spot where it works at. See, it's getting some drag on it. Still not much though. Okay, now we're getting some drag on it, see? So now it's a lot easier to turn that stupid
Gotcha.
spring because it's not bottomed out.
Yeah, and you give yourself, you got more adjustment.
Right. Give it a little bit more tension on it. There we go. Because this is where we're going to have it at, so I want to have good tension right where we're going to use it at. Okay, so you want to open up just a little bit. So over here, we just start opening this up a little bit until you get room to get some light through there. There you go. See,
And of course you want to open up that slit too.
yeah, but if you notice that slot's just about completely uncovered right now, which is not exactly how it should be in my opinion, but I'm not sure what this bike's going to run.
Yeah.
That's got a little bit of air seepage through there. Not a
Yeah,
lot.
just enough.
Yeah, so hopefully that's enough. You might be able to see it more this direction, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
anyway, if you want to go a little bit more, you can always just crank it up. Give it just a little bit more. And that should be pretty close. We got some opening on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's adjusted. Alright. Take a break. Come back. Okay, I'm working on this 45 WLC carb here. I just noticed a difference here on the Venturis. So you get down in here. You can see how there's a little bit of a lip right here. Camera just focused on the wrong part. Work on that a little bit here. Okay, way down up in here. You see how my fingernail catches on that lip right there? So that's going to cause a problem on airflow, because as the air comes in and goes to pinch down, it's going to catch that lip, cause all kinds of turbulence. Here's your stock one over here. You see how this one here has a taper right in, it doesn't catch, see? It's below that lip. So that's the stock Venturi in there on that one. And this one here is the other one that's the colonies. Don't lose those screws there.
No.
Pull back a little bit. So these Venturis are made wrong. So you're holding that, let me show the difference here. So, like a lot of things, you go one step forward, you make another step back. So now we get to pull this out. We've got both of these to do, so they both come apart. Okay, so here's our differences. Here's our stock one, so I'm going to measure from the hole to the edge. So we roughly have about 360, 362 right in that area, 365. It's hard to measure because I'm at an angle. So we come over here to the other one. Get to where you can see it here. About right there. So you're up here about 390. This other one here I think was like 400. Yeah, it's the first one I measured like 400, but I was not quite all the way in, so about 380. So we need to cut off a good 20 thousandths off of here, at least. So we'll cut 20 to 25 off of these, reach chamfer this slightly, and then we'll come back and see if it works correctly, because we don't want to have that lip in there. Because if you have that lip right there, you got to breathe around. That causes that turbulation, because the air hits it, has to go over it and goes in the hole, instead of just flowing right in like it should. So, more quality aftermarket stuff that's made wrong, but they're good stuff, but still just not made quite right.
Got to be massaged.
Everything's got to be worked on a little bit, so their dimensions are off. So let's go there in the lathe and we'll do some cutting.
I like it.
Okay, what'd you say? You said you liked it?
I like that.
You like that. Okay, so there it is after I cut it. I shortened it up 25 thousandths. You can see how that chamfer surface is below there. Yeah, I think if it came up 5, we'd start uncovering that lip. So I cut off 25 thousandths of length. So you can see now it radiuses into there. Pretty good. So yeah, see how it flows in.
And then you deburred it, and that was just enough to take the lip off.
Yeah,
off the inside edge.
Yeah, it's not quite perfect, but it is what it is. Okay, we're going to show you how we did that. So here's your camera. Here's our junk venturi.
Brand new junk.
Everything's junk. Have you had one piece yet to fit?
We have not. They're nicely packaged, though, aren't they? They really are.
Okay, you got our indicator right here. Okay, it's here. I just hit. Okay, so we're going to cut 25 away. Deburr our edge a little bit. Okay. Cleaned up. And I can't spin this because we have this cutout right here. So I put a brand new bit in here. So these are brand new bits here. So it's got a nice good radius on it. This is our deburring tool. Okay, now, turn the noise off. Just come across here and deburr, see? So now I want to come in here and not try to scar it up. I want to just trim off a little bit. This is my high-speed cutter, see? Come over, do it again. So these are pretty good radius. I think I did a better job than that first one. That feels pretty good. So I'll just try it again just to make sure it's a nice job. Alright, yes, I don't even hardly feel that. So there you go. That edge is getting sharp there too. So there's what that one looks like. So we still got a little bit of an, see, we're still not full radius to the edge there. So we can still have a little more cut. So it's not good yet. So I'm going to play with it some more. See how we're cutting in a different spot.
Yeah.
Come back and do that again. And we're moving a little bit further up. So, pretty smooth.
Very nice.
So, we do this over a little bit. You see the difference? First one to second one. We'll lay that on over here. They might have forgot. So you see how the chamfer goes
Oh, yeah.
a little bit further up.
Yeah.
See, now you have to choose which one you want to use again because I mixed them up.
I almost thought you would have run a rat tail file in there very fine, but
I did just buy those brand new ones.
but that's softly nice. This is much nicer.
Oop, not too far. So this is nicer than your rat tail file?
Yeah, I would say. That's a great little tool. Look at that little little shard it took off. Yeah, nice. Boy, it's getting sharp.
You keep cutting on it all day long if you want, but
I think you're there.
I'm already right to the edge almost.
Yeah, no kidding. It felt sharp, this one. It's getting there.
If I polish some sandpaper, it would get better.
Yeah, I think you're good.
So that'd be the next thing we do. So we might as well try a little bit of sandpaper. What the hell? It's only my finger.
I bet you Willie G. Davidson would approve.
I don't know if Willie G understands what a Venturi is.
Don't think he does. That's why I was saying.
He wouldn't know what an air spoiler looks like in the front of the prairie, no.
No.
He wouldn't know that.
No.
Yeah, he would.
Woody, how do you know?
Because he does sheet metal work.
Oh, I didn't know.
He's a cosmetic buddy guy.
Oh.
All right, let's see how much we can do with this factory finish here. Might as well get some higher flow to it. Now just grab the hold of the paper and rip my finger off. It's your fault.
I'll find it here in the shavings.
Shaving department?
Yeah. Be careful in there.
If we're gonna screw it up, we might as well screw it up all the way.
You're shining it up pretty good.
Getting higher flow.
I don't know. You said the emulsified air and fuel turns back into fuel if it's too smooth. Look at that. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but this is air through here.
Oh, so we want air to go smooth.
The fuel comes in through that hole right there.
Right.
That's air right there.
All right, okay. All right, we want air to be flow free. Turbulence free. Wow. Look at that.
Well, I don't know. Where's the other one at? Which one's smoother? Which one looks better? You're looking at chips and not the parts.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Which one did we just do?
This is the one we just did.
Are you sure?
Yes, look at it shine there.
Oh, it's shinier. So now I got to finger screw this one.
If that floats your boat.
This is another 40. This is about an hour we spent on this Venturi now.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to add $100 on the top.
I was going to say,
The $60 Venturi.
at this point, I don't know what to say.
I didn't even cut it bigger yet. See, I would probably cut it even bigger yet for my boat.
You would?
Sure.
Well, you got a stroker motor.
Well, I have a 4-bolt carburetor. I don't have to worry about these small Venturis. I have a lot bigger Venturis than that.
I'm not a speed freak like that. That doesn't.
Well, you could do almost 70 if you really modify this thing.
I'm going to enjoy mine just like it is. That's pretty nice.
I think the paper's getting a little worn out.
Yeah.
Is that 712 grit or is that how much it costs?
Yeah. 712 grit, I think.
I don't think they make 5 numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to have to clean these up now because now they're full of grit. They're smoothed up a little bit.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
And they're short to fit.
Yeah.
One more bolt-on piece.
And I'm not going to drop them.
Again.
I did not drop it. I would have told you if I had. All right, we're back to the assembly table.
All right.